It's time now for a look at the latest on local news. In the news, both the Jesup City Council and the Wayne County Board of Education met Tuesday afternoon. City of Jesup met for a work session, got their June financial report from Interim City Manager Rose Marcus. Reports the city's still in good financial shape, taking in $1.5 million more than they spent. Commissioner Nick Harris says, however, he has a concern with the recent trend in the Water and Sewer Department, which shows that they're spending more money than they're taking in. He says he has some concerns considering recently their engineer says they're looking at about a $10 million project to repair sewer lines on 301. Two items on the agenda were tabled, including the McMillan Creek at Greenway Boardwalk repair, which Commissioner Harris says will be on their next board agenda. Also tabled the joint Wayne County Solid Waste Management Plan, which they state is not ready for approval at this time. The board met for over an hour in executive session on Tuesday to discuss personnel, but once again after the session they announced that no action was taken. Let's look at your Tuesday City Council work session. Board of Education met for their regular monthly board meeting at the Tech Center. Two big projects still underway at the school system, the renovation of James E. Bacon and the building of the new track. Here was the update Tuesday from School Superintendent Dr. Kelly.
Our capital outlay projects, the James E. Bacon project is moving along. Up until today, there really wasn't a whole lot going on outdoors, but indoors there's a good bit of work going on. I think that you guys are aware of. There's a couple of sections that have already been totally gutted, and things are starting to happen as far as plumbing and so forth. I don't know if you noticed on the way in, but they're starting to put up batter boards and different things to get ready to start digging footers and those things for the new pad, for the new addition. The track. Unfortunately, the track has not had any activity in a while because we're still waiting on materials. I check in with not only with J.W. Oliver every day or so. I also check in with TQ constructors about pipe and the things that are needed to finish the storms. And we just, they're at the mercy of the suppliers. And as soon as we get that stuff, it'll go in the ground. We're looking at trying to do some things on the opposite end of the track. They have expressed to me that this delay is not going to significantly impact their completion date towards the end of September. Obviously if we wait longer, then that's going to happen. But one of the owners of TQ Constructors, says that they're having issues on all their jobs to get materials. So we're just kind of unfortunately at the mercy of the suppliers.
And again, the superintendent says work continues on the two practice fields for the football, and the improvements of the girls softball field continue as well. Board has voted in their capital outlay committee. Here was Board Chairman Nick Ellis reading who's been selected to serve on that capital outlay committee.
Superintendent Dr. Sean Kelly, Board Member Ray Davidson, Board Member Bruce Harrison, Assistant Maintenance Director Ray Morris, Athletic Director Ken Cribb, Central Office Chief Operations Officer Dr. Brian Simon, District 1 appointee Garrett Lewis, 1 year. District 1 appointee Ian Green, 2 years. District 2 appointee Mackie McReady, 1 year. District 2 appointee Ronnie Mullis, 2 years. District 3 appointee Reed Brown, 1 year. District 3 appointee Sean O'Quinn, 2 years. District 4 appointee James Borkin, 1 year. District 4 appointee Suzette Formey, 2 years. District 5 appointee Bobby Lamb, 1 year. District 5 appointee Craig Davis, 2 years. At-large appointee Bill Parker, 1 year. Motion to approve the capital outlay committee as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Move to second.
Mr. Ellis?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Davidson?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Harris?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Daniels? Yes, ma'am. Mr. McPipkin?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, once again, that committee will meet to discuss future outlay projects for the school system, make recommendations to the entire board for approval. We'll be back with more of the school board meeting right after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Other news from the school board meeting Tuesday, Dr. Kelly gave the board members an update on how the drug testing went last year at the high school over the last 5 months. 101 students were randomly tested. They received 7 tested positive, which results in a meeting with their parents and school officials. Kelly states that disciplinary action doesn't take place until after a 3rd positive test. 7 positive tests out of the 100 is 6.9%. Board approved the student handbooks for the upcoming year. The school system has a new website that can be downloaded on your phone. It allows you to access all types of information about the school system. Dr. Reggie Burgess made the presentation. It's in full effect this Friday. They're calling it Keep the Gold in Your Pocket. Superintendent board members planning a retreat set for sometime in September. They state they'll meet at the Tech Center. Personnel always on the agenda, executive session. A lot of personnel approved last night. Here's the personnel approved from Tuesday's board meeting. Certified recommendations: Avery Blaylock, Odom Elementary; Kimberly Daniel, Scriven Elementary; Justin Martin, Wayne County High School; Mallory Phillips, Martha Ross Smith Elementary; Lisa Ring, Martha Ross Smith Elementary; Tessa Watford, Odom Elementary; and Angela Williams, Martha Ross Smith Elementary. Certified transfers: Lena Welsh, Wayne County High School to Martha Puckett Middle School. Certified resignations: Michael Adams, Wayne County High School; Jesse Davis, Odom Elementary; Sherry Green, Martha Puckett Middle School. Classified recommendations: Kenesha Barnes, Martha Ross Smith Elementary; Linda Hardy, Martha Puckett Middle School; Maria Palacio de Mendez, Jesup Elementary; John Eric Thomas, James E. Bacon; Ashley Wilkerson, Arthur Williams Middle School; Carrie Williams, Martha Ross Smith Elementary; Natasha Williams, Central Office. Classified transfers: Curtis Hillman, Wayne County High School, Food Service to Maintenance Craftsman; James Lanier, Martha Ross Smith Elementary, Head Custodian to Maintenance Craftsman; Patricia Tillman, Jesup Elementary Custodian to Arthur Williams Middle School, Food Service. Classified resignations: Jennifer Copeland, Transportation; Michelle Flowers, Transportation; Ashlyn Graham, School Food Services; Brett Grover, Transportation; Maria Hagans, School Food Services; Reginald Hunter, School Food Services; Alvaria Roberts, School Food Services; and Bridget Todd, Maintenance. The community coaches were approved by the board last night for the upcoming school year. For basketball at Arthur Williams, both boys and girls, Carissa Piercy; Martha Puckett Middle School basketball, both boys and girls, Zanir Stovall; Martha Puckett Middle School basketball, both boys and girls, Larry Fulmore; for basketball, varsity girls, Jimmy Hires; for varsity boys basketball, Russell Hilton; Arthur Williams Middle School cross country, Andy Blaylock; Arthur Williams Middle School cheer, Mickey Blanton; for football, Wayne County High School, J.R. Bryant; Larry Fulmore; Jeremy Jackson; for Arthur Williams Middle School football, Linward Jackson; for Martha Puckett Middle School football, Zanir Stovall; for softball, Wayne County High School, Kaylee Jones; Kelsey Davis; for Martha Puckett Middle School softball, Charlie Lyons; for Arthur Williams Middle School softball, Becky Wainwrighter, Jason Weaver; for Wayne County High School swim, David Oliver; for Wayne County High School volleyball, Todd Wise; and for Wayne County High School Arthur Williams Martha Puckett wrestling, Ron Twilley. All those community coaches approved last night by the Board of Education. Reminder: Wayne Memorial Hospital is offering the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine to those 18 and older this Friday, July 23rd from 11 to 2. It's in the main conference room. The public can enter through the front doors of the hospital or on the side entry to the cafeteria. There is no charge, no need for an appointment. Masks should be worn. Moderna vaccine, again, is a 2-dose process. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news: motion hearings were scheduled for this Thursday and Friday in the first murder trial in Wayne County Superior Court since the pandemic was scheduled for August the 9th, with jury selection expected to take place in the case of State of Georgia versus Thomas Harder, his wife Michelle Nicole Roberts, who are charged with felony murder in the shooting death of 60-year-old Luther Harder, which occurred back on November 20th, 2018. But word came down yesterday from the Honorable Judge Robert Guy that case has had to be postponed, so no trial August 9th. No date has been set for the new trial time at this time, but it's not taking place in August, which means the first murder trial since the pandemic in Wayne County Superior Court may be the case of State of Georgia versus Earl Watson, who's charged with murder in the shooting death of Gary Floyd, which occurred back on July 30th of 2018. That trial date is set to begin on September 27th. Once again, the case against Thomas Harder and his wife, Michelle Nicole Roberts, has been postponed. In Glenn County, a man convicted of a 1985 double homicide and was serving 2 consecutive life sentences in prison is now a free man after newly discovered DNA evidence shows that 59-year-old Dennis Perry, who was not the man who murdered Harold and Thelma Swain at the Rising Daughter Baptist Church in Waverly back on March 11th of 1985. With the new evidence, District Attorney Keith Higgins announced in court this week that Perry should be a free man, and Superior Court Judge Stephen Scarlett agreed, granted Keith Higgins' motion to dismiss all charges this week in the Glenn County Courthouse. The victim's family was consulted prior to Higgins' announcement, and the victim's family and the GBI agreed with the decision to dismiss all charges. Higgins states that there are times when seeking justice means righting a wrong. Higgins says the new evidence indicates that someone else murdered the Swains. After being released, Perry said he prayed for justice every day, but he told Judge Scarlett in court this week that after what happened to him, he simply lost faith in the justice system. He told the judge, "I'm certain you can understand that." On the courthouse steps after being released after serving years in prison, for a crime he did not commit. He told reporters how much he had lost, how he never got to have kids of his own, how in prison he lost his grandmother and both parents and friends, and so much else that he will forever clutch for in the wind. He says was all taken from me. At this time in my life, I should be able to have my finances in order so my wife and I can think about retirement. Instead, I have no income. My health is not good. He says I must start all over again. Reminder that the Wayne County Farmers Market is now just open on Saturdays from 10 to 2 all the way up until the weekend before Thanksgiving. After that, they'll close for the season. Plenty of great local produce, plus Troy and Victor's has that fresh shrimp. If you need some shrimp, you can call him at 294-3412. And the Wayne County Farmers Market now open every Saturday from 10 to 2 up until Thanksgiving weekend. And that's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.